It's so crafty.
NSHoSeo jjakjiT.
Oh, look at the jjakjiT fans here.
Quite a few back there.
Somebody's down there with a whistle still blowing. In the upper left. Can he be the comeback king?
FXO Leenock.
You can see the Leenock fans perhaps a bit more artistic.
It's very
That drone was
interesting
not
way to put
mining
it.
from a wooden fence. It was in fact a mineral patch.
You know,
You see
a little
that
bit more
picture?
artistic, man.
A little bit.
That's so funny. All right, so pretty quick gas for jjakjiT. Could just be reactored Hellions again. Could be reactored Hellions to mask another build like we saw in game number 2.
Yeah.
Hard to say. This map a bit longer than Crossfire.
If you notice, jjakjiT is basically, if build orders are trees, and actually it's a good way to think about build orders and everything like that. At the stump, that's the opening, okay? And then you have these different branches that go out on the tree.
Yeah.
Depending on, like, you know, forks in the road. Ah, he's going for quick mute attack. You can go up that branch, you know.
Yeah. And
Oh, I got behind because I lost too many Marines to Banelings. Then there's another branch that goes on. Some branches longer than others. But in this case, the build order tree here for jjakjiT is actually the stump always starts out with Hellions. That's the opener. And then he has a bunch of different roads he follows from there.
And here's the thing, if you cut down the Hellion tree and count the rings, there's like a million of them. Even though StarCraft 2 is not so old, everyone does Hellion openings. So Leenock's going to think that he knows how many rings are inside this Hellion tree. But jjakjiT, he has some special branches come off there, Tasis. He prunes them like a bonsai.
And I mean, if you look at this tree from jjakjiT, I mean, wow, it's like he used the right kind of fertilizer. He used the NSHoSeo fertilizer, you know?
All their leftovers.
And the question is, did Leenock actually, prepare for this kind of tree? Maybe he has a treehouse he actually made up there. Right? He's been studying those branches all along.
Maybe there's no jjakjiTs allowed in this treehouse, Tasis. Maybe there's a code word.
Maybe Leenock can't build a nest up there.
Leenock might even be bringing his Game Boy up there and wants to play alone. But you know what? With drone harassment, you're going to have to play a two-player game, Leenock.
Wow. Could be. All right, so far, jjakjiT has not deviated from the norm. That's really important to note because out of the 3 games we've seen from jjakjiT, 2 of them have been very unorthodox.
And, he's already seen the command center. He built the command center outside, but oh, look at that, a second gas going up. That's an interesting change, actually. He's shown the command center, so if I'm Leenock right now, based upon what I've scouted, I'm like, okay, you're doing maybe 6 Hellions, it looks like, and an expand. Oh, and he scouts both ways and sees a bunch of links coming before speed's done. And that's an important bit of information, because now he can rally back his Hellions. If he was way out of position, those could have perhaps forced a cancel on the command center if he gets there in time. Oh, and he's making 2 starboards!
Oh, are we going to see 2-port Banshee?
I believe
Dude,
so, sir.
I'm not even joking. I was actually thinking, I wonder if you could go 2-port Banshee after
It's a beautiful idea.
I'm totally serious.
Yeah.
It's so smart, man.
Yeah, because when you've shown what he's shown so far, Tasteless, I mean, there's the odds of a 2-port Banshee coming after this, it's all surprise factor. He basically has to do damage with it. To stop 2-port Banshee, you need either a ton of queens, infinity spore crawlers. Spores don't actually stop this at all. They're never in the right position.
Right.
Never
Tech Lab, it is Banshees, all in.
So this is insane, man. He needs to do a certain amount of damage, and this is a build that we need to see more of. There was a time, like during the beta, where this was pretty popular. I almost got knocked out of some GSL qualifiers by this a few times as a Zerg player, and it's so rough because it hits before Spire. Spore crawlers don't do it, and if you don't have enough queens, everything gets out of control almost instantly. And he's actually supply blocked right now, building a couple depots.
Oh my God! No, how supply blocked is he?
He's just sitting at 48-48. He can't start his Banshees.
Oh man, jjakjiT!
So it's a little bit
messed
slower.
up your build at the start.
But normally this hits before Spire. Now, it might not this game because he's gone it after Expand, and Leenock did a quick layer.
But then again, hey, remember this, Artosis.
Yes.
What did Leenock not do in game number 3?
Yeah, he didn't
get a
sometimes
Spire
he doesn't
for a
get
while.
Spire that quick.
Yeah.
He likes to work on some other upgrades.
This map is a map you can play a little bit like Daybreak.
Sure.
For the Zerg, not for the Terran, but for the Zerg.
No problem, man. He absolutely might go for that later Spire, which would be painful. Of course, if you have a Hydra Sten, that helps.
Spire
on the way, man. And it looks like the timing, if he waits for 4 Banshees, which is the number that you wait for, will be, the Banshees will hit before the Spire is done, but just before. So if he can stall out long enough, I don't know how much damage he's actually going to take. And of course, part of this is because he was supply blocked. Every second counts. I mean, he was supply blocked for maybe 10 seconds, almost.
Yeah, something like that.
And that's from 4 Banshees, 10 seconds quicker. How many more volleys is that? That is so many more volleys.
Well, if it's a Banshee, that's like 15 volleys or something.
So the next Banshees are going to pop out. He's going to have to move immediately because that Spire is getting closer and closer. He's going to get there right before mutas start, it looks like. And of course, the Banshees can protect any other ground units from Lings and Banelings.
He might even dart in.
So
with
here we go.
Hellions, you know?
Yeah, I think he's going to bring all his units. I think that's the right choice here.
Okay, that was a very premature cloak. I don't know why he cloaked. He actually messed that up, guys. He's not supposed
to attack those Zerglings, that was like a waste.
Overseer coming.
I mean, he's going to do some damage, but with those units building,
I think jjakjiT bungled his unbelievably good rush.
We'll have to see how many drones he can get here. Going after these queens, but with 2 queens, the Overseer, and, well, that's 4 Banshees, so a lot going down.
He's going over the Spire now, but the mutas are about to head.
Yeah. I don't know if he can get this.
Oh, no.
Wow, jjakjiT's rush completely ineffectual.
This is not something you can recover from easily, guys. This is not something you're like,
very little damage.
There's not really a plan B.
Look at that.
Here.
Oh my God, he's only killed 2 workers with it.
Oh man, this
killed
is a disaster.
Queen, maybe a couple Lings. That's 4 Banshees with Cloak that are now useless. Now, you can bring them with your army, but it looks like they might possibly die. 1 does die. Wow, Leenock has taken a strong lead despite being down in supply. jjakjiT has spent all of his tech time, all of his expensive resources like gas, on getting those Cloak Banshees, which ended up doing nothing. So he has to really figure something out here because this is a bad spot to be playing from against Leenock. A very bad spot.
Well, the fact that he's already kind of been immobilized and Leenock has free reign on the map, and if you look at all the other games, jjakjiT made sure to control the map, but instead he gave that up to incorporate one of these kind of wacky cheese builds.
You know, a lot of Zergs don't get Spired this quickly or layered this quickly.
Research complete.
You know, I totally understand. I totally get where he's coming from with
look
the
at that
build.
Baneling mine right up there. I love how Leenock is always getting Burrow.
Every game.
Every game. Why not?
It's brilliant.
Just do it. Terrans aren't getting Ravens nowadays.
Oh, no, they don't. And, I mean, he definitely could because he has the double tech lab, but I don't expect that. In fact, I wouldn't mind some Hunter-Seeker Missile, actually.
Yeah, I'd love to have some of that.
I love Hunter-Seeker Missile against Mutaclones. So cool. Such a cool,
cool thing, Artosis.
It's cool, man. I can't think of the word.
He actually wants to chase out, or he wants to have the Marines try to chase out the Marines. Uh-oh. Oh, no. He wants to be chased so bad. He wants him to go right into the Baneling landmine.
Yeah. That's what he's trying. And actually, you know, when you practice as much as these guys, he might realize that. He might be like,
Yeah, what are you doing attacking
this is
my
some funny
depots?
micro.
You've been around my barracks quite a bit.
Yeah. It's just
Now, again, I don't know why he's... Oh! He knows.
All right, so Leenock not being very effectual with anything quite yet. We do have this Cloak Banshee still working its way up. jjakjiT does have a slight supply lead right now by about 20.
Let's see if he can take out this 4th base. Also, the Banshee coming over here to take on this base over here. Drones evacuated. This might be a pretty big distraction considering jjakjiT's about to strike to this head tree. We now have a shot of...
Well, he's going to take out this base, which is all well and good. But Leenock should not lose more than that. Leenock does have Baneling speed, right?
Denied.
He's going for a counterattack.
Let's see if it's
Wow, and that
effective.
counterattack actually was not effective.